Coastside Carousel, the show devoted to spotlighting the groups and artists that make up our local musical entertainment community.
Coastside Carousel is brought to you by Cameron's Restaurant and Inn. Cameron's, good food and good times for the entire family.
Hello, everybody. My name is Kelly Morlock, and I'm sitting in for Kevy Nova on Coastside Carousel. Our special guest today is longtime Coastsider Rich Felix of Pacifica. But first, Coastside Carousel is brought to you by the good people at Cameron's Restaurant, Pub, and Inn. I like to go to Cameron's and enjoy a good Guinness, black and tan, maybe a craft cocktail, and definitely the entertainment there. They have an open mic every Thursday and karaoke on the weekends, and sometimes there's live bands as well. Rich, have you played over at Cameron's before?
No, I haven't played there. I usually go there and get fish and chips in the afternoons, on a Sunday afternoon or something. I used to go there. I played at San Bernardino House a lot.
Oh, okay.
So I used to go over there because I played the afternoons there solo.
Uh-huh.
And I used to go and get fish and chips pretty much every other Sunday.
Great.
Great fish and chips.
I know we love Cameron's. It's pretty cool. So, hey, everybody, this is Rich Felix, and he is somebody I've had the pleasure of working with in the past. He's a super amazing guitar player, singer, songwriter. Yeah, you are. I've always enjoyed singing with great musicians like you, and I'm really glad you're able to join us today.
Yeah. Thanks for asking me.
Absolutely. So you said that we were talking about your background a little bit, and you have been on the coastside in Pacifica and lived there for quite some time?
Yeah, since I was 11. I mean, I started the garage bands, in high school, and even earlier than that, maybe 8th grade.
Wow.
I was already starting the garage bands,
Yeah. Well,
at that time, every house not every house, but every block had a band.
Every block had a band?
Yeah, in the old days, because there's so many kids in those days.
Uh-huh.
Not like now, it's not as many kids.
Uh-huh. So that's what you did to pass the time.
And I used to leave the garage open and everybody would come by and we used to put chalk out.
Uh-huh.
And people would draw, chalk, little drawings and hearts and, who their boyfriend was or, whatever.
Oh my God, this is great.
Yeah. So my dad would come home and he'd go, clean the chalk. Get the chalk off. So I get the hose and I hose down clean off the chalk.
So in addition to having the garage band, you got to clean up the front yard.
Yeah. I had to hose down.
Right on. Well, so you've been doing this for quite some time, and this is your primary source of income. You're a professional musician.
Well, I'm retired now too.
Oh, good.
Social Security,
Well, good, but you still get out there and play, and
yeah, I'm still playing. I'm not as much, I play 3-4 times a month now.
Well,
and I'm not doing solo at the present. I kind of let it go, just for a little bit.
You were doing solo guitar, but now you're just doing bands.
Yeah, I have three bands right now.
3 bands.
Yeah, I got an R&B band, a blues band, and then I have a rock band.
Wow. And do they have different names?
I just all call them Rich Felix Band.
So depending on the personnel?
Yeah, because the lineups change a lot.
Uh-huh.
But my rock band is going to be the same lineup. So
Okay.
we were thinking about giving it a name.
Well, that's good.
We had a little list of names. I can't think of them offhand right now. But
Well, so you have a history of interesting band names. Tell us some of the bands that you've been part of in the past.
Well, I started out, I had the Highway 1 band.
Highway 1.
That was my original band. I started that in, 78 or something.
Uh-huh.
Maybe earlier, maybe 75.
Okay.
And then I kept that band going until about 85. And then I took a break, I think, for a couple of years. Then I started up the Linda Martians.
The Linda Martians, right?
And that ran a while. And then
And so people who are familiar with the area, Lindemar is the neighborhood in Pacifica that you live in.
And the kids that grew up there used to call themselves Linda Martians.
The kids called them Linda Martians.
Yeah.
So it's like the local band, the local name for the, okay. That's a great name.
Somebody goes, hey, that's my idea. That's my name. I go, well, it's too late now. I'm already using it. Because I'm the original Linda.
And you did it. You recorded a number of CDs with them.
Yeah, we did CDs and we're selling them on the breaks. They only had 1 or 2 originals on most of it, just most covers.
Oh, most of the covers. Okay.
But we had a couple of originals. We had a girl singer, and I have another band too, but I just can't think of it. It'll come back to me in a minute.
Okay. Well, when you think of the other band, just jump in and say, I remember that band now. So you have a couple new tunes here as well. So have you always written a lot of original music?
I used to. Most of the bands I played, we did, covers.
Mostly covers.
We didn't call them covers though. That's kind of, to me, it's like a newer phrase.
Is it?
Yeah, we just did songs we liked.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the time it'd have to be a dance song.
Right.
Because, you play in a club, they want people to dance.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Not so much anymore. Now you can kind of get away with
doing more variety.
Yeah, more variety.
Oh, that's
which
good.
I like more, actually.
Yeah.
Because I was getting just dance. It gets to you after a minute.
I can imagine. Yeah, especially as a singer with that drum right behind you.
my ears would ring, and I had one of my drummers I had when I played the Peabody's in Burlingame.
Uh-huh.
He had this crash ride cymbal. He was left-handed.
Uh-huh.
So he would just ride that crash cymbal in my ear all night long for like a year.
Oh, that's no fun.
So it rings.
Is it a little better now?
Yes. Well, it's ringing right now, actually. It's intermittent.
It's one of the hazards.
Different pitches, too. Or sometimes the lower.
One of the hazards of being a rock musician, huh? Well, we have a couple tunes here we're going to play, and one is Sad Sue, and that's in a blues style? Or
that's I wrote it kind of like I don't know. You remember Tommy Two-Tone?
Yeah.
Kind of like that, 8, 5, 6, 7, 9, that kind of.
Okay, and it's a fun little story about how this song got inspired.
I was at Cheers in Pacifica, and was taking a break, and these two girls called me over to the table, and I go, "Hey, what's going on?" She goes, "Hey, my name is Sue," and I can't remember the other name. But she goes, "I come from Concord, and I'm really sad. I just broke up with my boyfriend and all this kind of stuff. You think you could write me a song?" And I said, "Yeah, I guess so. I don't know." So I said, "Well, let me get a pencil and paper and tell me about yourself." And she told me she was from Concord, and she broke up with her boyfriend, and she got the Chevy, and she got the Cadillac, and he got the Chevy.
She got the good end of the deal.
Yeah, and then at the very end of the song, I shifted it to like, "Don't worry about him. I'll handle it. I'll take care of it.
Oh, very cool.
You can come live with me," or whatever.
So someone in a bar asked you to write a song, and you just sat down and did it.
It might not be that whimsical, but it was pretty much like that.
Oh, that's great. Well, I always knew you were a nice guy. Had you proven even more so now? All right, everybody. Well, this is Sad Sue by Rich Felix.
Sad Sue at the lodge with her cousin from Concord. Said to me, "Would you write me a song?" I said it shouldn't take very long. I got a pen and I started to write about a single suburb girl, how she goes back and forth to work with 2 kids and an ex that's bugging her. Sad Sue, what can I do for you? Sad Sue, what can I do for you? She started to cry when she heard the words. I said, "Don't cry, it's just the first verse." She said, "I want to hear it again." I said I would if you'd be very good. She's got the keys to the Cadillac car. He's got the Chevy, he won't get very far. She said, "I want to see you again." And he said, "I want to come back in." Sad Sue, what can I do for you? 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 From Concord, said to me, "Would you write me a song?" I said that it's already done. Sad Sue, can't you see? I want to take you home and keep you warm. gonna block the door. Sad Sue, what can I do for you? Sad Sue, what can I do for you? Oh, Sad Sue, baby, what can I do for you? Sad Sue, what can I do for you? Sad Sue, what can I do for you? Sad Sue, what can I do for you?
Well, that was fun. Very cool. I like your guitar playing on that.
Oh yeah, I had this guy Pell. He lives he lives in
Oh yeah, I know Pell.
El Granada.
El Granada.
And he's been my producer, and he recorded most of the stuff.
Oh, that's great.
He has a little studio in his house.
Yeah. I've recorded with him there too.
Yeah, it's a nice little setup, you know.
It is a sweet little setup. So everybody, that was Sad Sue by Rich Felix. And this is, again, Kelly Morlock sitting in for Kevy Nova on Coastside Carousel. Rich and I have worked together in the past. And
we had that's another group I was just
the Big Crawdaddy.
The Big Crawdaddy, there we go.
With Grant Walters.
Grant Walters.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. You know, being in a band, I know you've had some fun times. What's one of the best things you've had happen to you as a musician?
I played with Steppenwolf.
Ooh.
That was pretty fun.
Yeah.
And they were called the Sparrow before Steppenwolf.
Oh, okay.
I played them at the Matrix, San Francisco. And I think the most exciting thing ever happened to me is when Janis Joplin, they had our single. We had a single, it was called Baby Won't Grow.
Uh-huh.
So they played it right before the Big Brother came on.
Oh, wow.
So they played it. This is at the Avalon Ballroom.
Okay.
And Janice comes up and she goes, "Didn't you like that song?" Hey, and she actually liked the song, and she didn't know who we were. And I said, I was in the audience. Yeah, I yelled out, the name, which was the Ark.
Okay.
We were called Noah's Ark.
Noah's Ark was the name of the band?
Yeah.
Oh, funny.
That was like way long, 1969.
Yeah, that's great. Oh my God, that's pretty cool.
They all died in '70. That's the only problem.
Oh yeah.
Janis, Hendrix, Jim Morrison.
Way too many.
Yeah, well, same year. They go in threes, supposedly.
Yes, we know that history. Well, speaking of which, that actually segues nicely into the next song we're going to listen to, called Funeral in Mexico. What I like about this is it just really shows off your nice guitar style. You're a really wonderful guitarist, and I really enjoy listening to you play.
Yeah, I used the Fender Telecaster on this song. It's got a more of a thinner tone.
Okay. And what inspired this song for you?
Well, I was in Puerto Vallarta, and I remember in the morning I heard drums and kind of people chanting. I heard some little trumpets, and I looked out the window, and all these people were dressed in white. They were carrying a casket.
Oh, wow.
And they just walked really slow, and there was a huge crowd, like maybe 150 deep.
Wow.
And they just kept banging on the drums, fucking with the casket. And then the casket was out of sight, but the people just kept coming.
Wow.
And I thought of, that's the kind of melody that went in my head.
Uh-huh.
So I wrote it on an acoustic, because I brought the acoustic with me.
Nice.
And I didn't really know what the backup music was going to be. I just kind of wrote the melody.
Okay.
And then when I got home, I finished the song. So I didn't finish it there. But that was the inspiration. But then when Pell did the video for me on this song, he went on the internet and found some funeral in Mexico, people walking around,
Yeah.
It's a different town.
Right.
But you kind of get the idea.
You really do. You really do. Yeah, I saw the video this weekend, and I really liked it.
And it builds up at the end. He goes into a graveyard.
Yeah, so you can, folks, you can find this on YouTube. Rich Felix's Funeral in Mexico that we're going to listen to now. everybody. This is Kelly Morlock on Coastside Carousel, and we were just listening to Rich Felix's Funeral in Mexico, an instrumental that he was inspired by seeing a funeral in Mexico in Puerto Vallarta. Imagine that. But you can see and hear this on YouTube, and I highly recommend.
Sad Sue, too, is on
and
there.
Sad Sue's on there also.
Mm.
Pell helped you with the video for that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. So Pell Houchin is a local performer and producer that's a mutual friend of ours. He plays with all sorts of bands, Pell and the Pelicans. He's got a new band called the Trey Fabs with Rich Mixter. He also plays with Wave. Yeah, that's brand new. Actually, did some backup.
Wavelength, too.
And Wavelength, which is a Van Morrison tribute band. Yeah, he keeps busy, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, so tell us some more fun times about playing music.
Well, like I said, I played originals when I was a kid, and after high school, I tried to, I started Noah's Ark, and we did originals, and we played Fillmore and Avalon, and I worked for Bill Graham. I used to deliver the tickets and posters.
Oh, how cool.
So I was
you
right there.
You were in it from the beginning.
Yeah, so I used to do, like, Tuesday nights, they had where they would try a new acts in the Bay Area.
Oh, okay.
So I managed to squeeze into a few of those.
Oh, that's great.
And that was fun.
So kind of like an open mic?
It wasn't open mic. It was just a
showcase?
You'd come in and play a cassette for him or whatever. And
okay.
If he liked it, he'd give you a shot.
Okay.
For a Tuesday night.
Wonderful.
Plus, I worked there, so I got a couple of different times.
Oh, that's great.
And then I was hooked up with the Avalon Ballroom with Whitey and Chet Helms.
And so the Tuesday night showcase, where was that at?
What's that?
Where did you play for that?
We played at Fillmore.
At the Fillmore?
Fillmore West.
Okay.
And Avalon.
Okay.
And then the guy who ran City Lights was the light shows. Remember they used to use the oil and the...
Yeah, no, I just saw that at the Summer of Love exhibit at the DM.
Well, he lived across the street from me.
Oh.
And he was the first guy to start it.
Right.
He was the original light show.
Wow.
So I lived across the street from him, so I got him a job working for Graham.
I knew there's some good stories in there, Rich. That's why I asked you in today.
Yeah. Right on the corner of Van Ness and Market. That's where we were.
Wow.
So that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's great.
And then I joined the dance band.
Okay.
And then after that,
it's just
I
been working
let the
forever.
originals kind of let it go. And it was working 6 nights a week. I don't know if the old disco days.
Wow.
Bands worked 6 nights a week, 6 sets a night.
Oh my goodness.
And then you get Monday off, maybe, if you're lucky.
Wow.
And then you didn't get paid much. It was like $25 a man for a night. So
that's amazing.
I get like $125 for a week.
I guess that you could kind of get by back in the day on that.
Yeah, rent was pretty cheap. I was renting a house here in Half Moon Bay a long time ago, right there on the highway. I think I was paying $90.
Oh my goodness.
A month. And then I moved to the bigger house on the highway. I think I paid $175. And I was like, well, I can't afford that.
Wow, those were the days.
And then after that, I moved back to Pacifica, and then the rent went to $600.
Yeah.
But I got a whole house.
Yeah.
3 bedrooms, 2 baths.
Oh, okay.
Garage,
you were just renting rooms for those prices before? Yeah. So this is Rich Felix giving us the history of Bay Area rental prices. Well, Rich, I'm so glad that I asked you in here today. That's all the time we have right now. It's great catching up with you and hearing some of those wonderful stories, and definitely wonderful hearing your music.
Well, thanks for inviting me.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's fun to fill in for Kevy and to get back in touch with some of my good friends.
Yeah. Wow.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for listening to Coastside Carousel, sponsored by our good friends at Cameron's Restaurant, Pub, and Inn. You've been listening to Rich Felix, and this is, again, Kelly Morlock. Thanks again for listening to KHMB.
On the carousel. On the carousel.
You've been listening to Coastside Carousel, featuring the music and artists of our local entertainment community. For suggestions and comments for the show, call us at 453-4000 or email us carousel@khmbradio.com.
Coastside Carousel has been brought to you by Cameron's Restaurant and Inn. Visit Cameron's at cameronsinn.com.